Good evening, guys. As I promised last night, I'm going to do a quick restaurant plate to try and encourage all you guys out there to do something really special for Father's Day this Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to do you a really nice restaurant chicken dish with some cauliflower puree. I'm also going to give you some charred cauliflower steak and some lovely cauliflower discs. So cauliflower three ways with a nice fondant potato, and we're going to get going now. Right then guys, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a classic fondant potato, a restaurant potato. I use this quite a bit in my menus, and you'll see it on most good restaurant menus. So I've peeled my Desiree potatoes. You need a really good potato, so that's going to hold up to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to seal the potato in a little bit of olive oil. I've done some nice shapes. I've done a nice oblong and a nice oval shape. Guys, don't worry if you haven't got a cutter. Just basically peel the potato, cut it down to something that you think will look nice on your plate, and then get it in the pan with some really nice hot olive oil and get some really nice colour. A fondant potato, guys, is basically Pommes fondant, which basically means cooked in stock. So I've got some really nice chicken stock. This is chicken stock that I made a few weeks ago, and I froze it down, backpacked it and froze it down. But don't be afraid to use a nice, good quality chicken stock cube for your potato dish. As you can see there, you're going to get some nice colour on the potatoes. Okay guys, there you go. I've got some really nice colour on the potatoes. Into the pan, I'm going to add some really nice fresh thyme. I'm going to get that cooking away. The thyme, once we get the stock in there, that's going to infuse into your potatoes, and that's going to give you potatoes that lovely flavour that we're looking for. So I'm just going to add in there a few knobs of butter as well. Some nice knobs of butter in there. Again, flavour and colour, that's what we're looking for off those wonderful potatoes. The butter won't burn, guys, because of the olive oil. That's going to give it a really nice buttery flavour on the inside of the potato. So what we want to do now, guys, is basically we're going to transfer our beautiful coloured fondants into an oven-proof dish. And we're going to fill that dish up to about three quarters around your fondants. There we go. So potatoes into the dish. This is exactly how we do it in the restaurant. It's exactly how we do it at Charlton's Independent when we're doing dinner nights. So there we go, really beautiful fresh chicken stock into your dish, about three quarters of the way up, just to the top of the sides there. So we've preheated our oven to 200 degrees. These beautiful fondants are now going to go in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're soft and fluffy and beautiful inside, and they've infused all those beautiful flavours in there. Okay guys, I've got my fondant potatoes in the oven. I'm now going to take two beautiful chicken breasts with the skin on. I'm going to place those into the pan. Put a wonderful bit of pressure on there. What we want, guys, is some beautiful crispy chicken skin with a lovely brown colouring. So I'm just going to put a wee bit of pressure on there. That's the chicken lovely. Going to give my hands a quick sanitize. There we go. Perfect. That's the chickens now searing in the pan. There we go. Lovely. Okay guys, that should be the chicken skin. Nice and crispy now, as you can see there. Nice and golden, beautiful and crispy. I've just used 2 breast guys off a large free-range chicken. If you're not too comfortable butchering a chicken, you know, I'm sure a supermarket, you know, or your butcher would have no issues if you went along with your chicken and asked them to take you the breast off your chicken. So there we go then. That's the chicken breast done. I'm now going to transfer the chicken breast, into an oven-proof dish, and I'm going to cook that in the oven for the other 10 minutes with the fondant potatoes. Okay then guys, we're now going to start the cauliflower puree, the creme du barry. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove 2 or 3 nice florets for garnish and for displaying on our plate when we plate up later on. So I took 3 nice florets off the cauliflower, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chop up this cauliflower, dice it all up for my cauliflower puree. Right guys, we're going to now start on the cauliflower puree. So in a pan I've warmed through some nice vegetable oil. I'm going to get the cauliflower cooking away nicely now. As you can see, I've cut it down quite small, so it'll all cook nice and evenly. When we come to blend, it'll form a nice smooth paste. So I want to cook that to a nice colour. Okay then guys, so the cauliflower is now roasting beautifully in the pan. I'm starting to get some really nice colour on there now, and that's what we're looking for this particular puree. What I'm going to add to the pan now is just some nice knobs of cold butter. We want that to cook down, creating a lovely beurre noisette, some nice brown butter, which is going to give that cauliflower a wonderful nutty flavour, and it's going to add a lot of taste to this lovely cauliflower puree. So I'm going to let that cook down now, that butter, for 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm going to cook it down really slowly until I get that lovely brown beurre noisette colour. Thank you. Okay then guys, as you can see, there's a lovely brown colouring in there now in the cauliflower. So what I'm going to do to this cauliflower now is I'm going to add a little bit of yeast. To give it a bit of a texture and a bit more flavour. Also guys, there's a lot of health benefits from adding yeast to your diet. You know, it's very, very good for your immune system, give your immune system that great boost. It's also fantastic for your digestive system as well. So I've just mixed in there some nice yeast. And what I'm going to do now guys is I'm going to add some milk to the pan. There we go, some nice milk to the pan. As you can see, I've got a really nice colour coming in there as well now, browns. And we're going to cook that down now with the yeast and the milk. We're going to cook that down for about 3 to 4 minutes guys. Thank you. Okay then guys, we're now getting ready to cook our garnish for this dish. So I'm going to place into some hot boiling water 3 shallots and the cauliflower florets that I saved from the cauliflower before we diced it for puree, and we're going to cook that in boiling salted water for about 2 minutes. By cooking the shallots in the boiling salted water, they're going to be so easy to peel. Okay then guys, that's the beautiful cauliflower puree now ready. All I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to put it into the blender and blend that down to a wonderful cauliflower paste. Thank you. Okay then guys, so that's the cauliflower puree now. That's been through the blender and nicely seasoned with salt. What we're going to do now is we're going to make our garnish before we start the exciting part of plating up. So this is the pan that we had our chicken in, that we sorted our chicken in. So all we're going to do is take our beautiful blanched cauliflower steaks and we're going to char them in this beautiful pan. And into that pan as well of beautiful shallots that we cooked in the boiling water with the cauliflower and then peeled. And now I'm going to give those some colour as well. There we go. So I'll let those cook away now. They will only take a couple of minutes to brown those guys, and once they're done, we're in a great place to start plating up our dish. Right then guys, so that's been sauteing in there for a minute or two now, and I've got the colour that I want on these beautiful cauliflower steaks. So that's the colour that we're looking for. Absolutely beautiful, tasty, really good. Same with the shallots, they've got some beautiful caramelisation going on there now. A real nice colour, which is going to look great when we put all our final plate together. So what I'm going to do now guys is, again, as I've done with the potatoes, as I've done with the chicken, I'm going to give the cauliflower and shallots a real nice bit of seasoning with salt and pepper. Okay guys, that's about 15 minutes in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my beautiful crispy skin chicken breasts out of the oven along with the fondant potatoes, just to check to make sure that they're all nicely cooked, nicely seasoned up. Very important at this point guys to let the chicken rest for 5 or 10 minutes, for 5 minutes to make it nice and tender. I'm going to check my knife. That's my fondants perfectly cooked. The tip of the knife goes in and I can tell they're really soft and fluffy inside. Right then guys, this is the exciting part. Plating up, we're at that stage now where the excitement kicks in. All our ingredients are ready to go on the plate. So what we're going to do guys is start off by, on the plate, I'm going to put a nice little sprinkling of cocoa powder. There we go. Next on, as we plate up, is going to be our beautiful cauliflower puree. So I'm going to place the puree just in the middle there, just like that. And with a crank palette knife or a spoon, I'm just going to give that a lovely spread out across the plate. There we go guys, so there's my cauliflower puree on the plate. On that now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my beautiful crispy skin chicken. There we go. I've just cut that into slices guys. There we go. So there's a beautiful crispy skin chicken. On there now, I'm going to pass and plate up some beautiful char-grilled cauliflower steaks onto the plate. There we go. Beautiful cauliflower onto the plate there. There we go. Wonderful. Our fondant potato is going to go on now. I'm just going to place that in the middle, in between the chicken breasts, sitting it on top of the cauliflower puree. I'm then going to place my beautiful roasted shallots around the plate, as so. There we go. You see that? That's wonderful. So I've got 4 beautiful pieces of shallot there now on our plate. I'm now going to place some wonderful raw cauliflower slices from that last floret. Place the raw colour. That gives the dish a beautiful crunch guys, and that's what I'm looking for, a beautiful crunch, a different flavour, a different texture. On top of that now, I'm going to place some beautiful freshly picked chervil leaves. There we go. Some wonderfully freshly picked beautiful chervil leaves, which again have a wonderful flavour. And there we go. This is my sauté chicken with cauliflower yeast puree, flavoured with burnt rosette, cocoa, a nice char-grilled cauliflower steak, and some caramelised shallots. And there you go, guys. I'd be absolutely over the moon and thrilled if you guys took on board tonight, got inspired, thinking of Father's Day. Let's try and give all dads the great meal they deserve. Sit down as a family, enjoy this beautiful roast chicken lunch. If you've got any questions, guys, any hints or tips, anything to do with the recipe, then please drop me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you, guys.